Hi guys, Libra Anarchy here. I'm trying to do a video outside, um, change it up a bit. I'm doing a video now for Theory Kinexus, the single worst named channel on YouTube, but I tease. Um, I wanted to talk about something we do a lot, and that is self-aggrandizement versus self-degradation. And I also wanted to talk a little bit about Blindakin and Blindakin. And fortunately for you guys, I'm cold, so this video is going to be as quick as I can possibly make it. I think as Otherkin, one of the things we often do, one of the things that I have done, and one of the things that frustrates me when other people do it, is wavering between self-aggrandizement and self-degradation. We could, in fact, see ourselves, our identities, our self-concepts as an analog wave, and some days we're up here relating to ourselves as, these great, wonderful, high and mighty whatevers, and down here relating to ourselves as, freaks and nerds and weirdos and all this. Now, I think everyone does this. I think it goes unnoticed when it's done in more usual ways, and I think that's why we tend to get a lot of attention from trolls and such, because we're doing what everyone else does. It's just more obvious because we're just more unusual. And of course we all do it to different degrees. Some other kin are off making up stories about how they're great high angel, deity, avatars, anime characters, or characters from the movie Avatar, or, these great high and mighty da 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 da. And some people are a little more low-key about it, like, I'm the sly, clever fox, I am the lone wolf, howling in the night, I am da 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 da, right? And then, a day later, they're telling a story, a personal myth, or something they really believe to be a past life, or something like that, and they're all like, "Oh, I'm such a horrible person, for I betrayed my pack. I fell from God's grace, and I became a demon, and I incarnated, and I did this and this and this," right? But ultimately, we are, in doing so, we're just relating to ourselves in this way or that way, this way or that way. We keep switching. And for myself, I try to be somewhere in the middle because it's the least unnerving, frankly. But ultimately, it's just ways of relating to the self, of the self seeing the self as a self. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. You can learn about yourself that way. You can have your adventures, you can have a lot of fun, you can do whatever you do, but then I think what oftentimes happens is, a grand self-image or a horribly lowly self-image at some point runs its course. This is not to say that we are being dishonest any more than anyone else on the planet. Okay? We are not being any more dishonest than somebody puffing out his chest and saying, "I'm a varsity football star." And I'm like, well, hey, that's cool. I mean, especially if somebody's found his passion, if somebody's passion is football. I got a passion for thinking about stuff, and yeah, making stuff up, creating stories. I like it. But, so I write stories. I enjoy it. But, and again, it's not to say that anyone's being dishonest, but, what happens is when we reflect upon ourselves and upon our identities, we see more unusual things. We see things that are outside of the norm, hence we label ourselves other than human or other than the norm, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this here and do another video about Blindakin and my view of Blindakin, and it's not necessarily a negative view. So, know thyself, and again, this is just obviously my opinion, and the opinion isn't necessarily negative or that we Otherkin are fake. We're just people who we are people. We are individual identities right now, and that's how we are seeing ourselves, and that's how we are relating to ourselves and each other. And what happens with some is that it gets so far off the deep end. It just gets so far out of even what is normal for Otherkin, and that's when you get Otherkin and normal human beings alike just looking at some of the stuff people put up on the internet and just facepalm. But okay, yeah. So I've already said know thyself, and I guess this is actually the whole point of this video anyway. So alright, let's do another one.